Hey everybody, it's JT from VapeStarsNetwork.com. Another beautiful day down here in Florida, so we're back on the front porch. E-Juice review today. Going to be talking about the lineup from O'Hero E-Juice. For the longest time on Instagram, I was following the guy Nick. I just called him O'Hero. That was Hero Nick. It's just what I called. He didn't even click that it was pronounced different. But going to talk about a couple flavors. There is one in this lineup that just has really blown me away. Has been just excellent. I really loved it. I'm gonna have a quick vape and we'll just get started instead of talking. And we'll still talk, but we'll talk more about the juices after I vape a little bit. I guess. So I've been following and friends with Nick on Instagram and Facebook for a couple months now. Really cool dude. Kind of seen him when he started this lineup. I'll be honest, he probably hates me for this, but he sent me over one of his flavors a couple months ago to try. And I accidentally vaped the entire thing. Kind of had to go back to him and say, look man, I'm sorry, but I smashed this whole bottle. I gotta get a little more. So first off, we're gonna talk about Electric Limonado. Okay. As described by Nick, it's a raspberry lemonade with some mint to it. Nails it pretty close. I didn't think I would like it when I read about it. I'm not into menthols. I'm not really into mints as a general rule anymore. But the way he describes this is really good if you'll pay attention to it, by mint and not menthol. And it's not a real strong mint flavor, but you feel it kind of all the way down your throat. Insert funny joke here. But it's raspberry lemonade. It's a little bit of raspberry right off the top. Yeah, the raspberry keeps it from being too sour, because straight up, if the raspberry wasn't in this, for my taste, it would be just too sour. It would be too much. And knowing Nick, I'm sure that's why he went with the raspberry. But the mint sticks around for a second. So if it's hot outside or you want something kind of refreshing, the mint definitely sticks with you for a minute or two after the exhale, and is pretty cool. Not menthol, but it's just, it's hard to explain. It's just mint. Whatever that means to you, it's really hard to explain some of these things while I do reviews. See, and the mint sticks around. I really like it. Surprisingly, I won't lie, nothing against Nick. I just didn't think I would like it at first. I just really want to focus this review on Custardo. That Custardo, though. This is really, it's a vanilla custard, okay? And I just gotta tell you, he really nailed it. It looks like, as a consumer, just kind of watching his Instagram and Facebook accounts, really took a lot of time and perfected this flavor before he pushed out his next flavors. A smart move. He picked one flavor and he perfected it and worked on it and worked on it and put it out. It's the best vanilla custard I've ever had. I like vanilla custards. I try to try different brands and different versions of them. I've not tried them all or anywhere close to it, but out of the vanilla custards that I've tried, this is hands down the best one. A couple things it does a little different for me, but I'm gonna have a vape real quick. It's just so good. With this juice, one of the things that's a little different from other vanilla custards, I'm not limited to a certain resistance. A lot of the dessert flavors that I vape on, I've got a certain window resistance-wise that I like to vape them with. This one, I'm pretty much free from 1.2 ohms in a K-Fun style atomizer to dripping at zero point 0.6 ohms. It's great across the board for me. It just, I've been thinking about this honestly for a month or so. It's a great creamy vanilla right off the bat, okay? But where it changes is kind of mid vape, if that's a such thing. It just changes, and it adds an extra layer, I guess, that I didn't know, but some of the other vanilla custard flavors are missing. I wasn't aware of that. But it adds, and I guess the best way I can think of, and I may have heard this from somebody else, is it's an eggy type taste. And that sounds crazy to say. But there's just something about, I love creme brulee. I love vanilla custard in real life, like eating it. And there's just a certain flavor that Custardo gives me, and eggy is the word that I use to describe it. And it's a very positive use of the word eggy. What does it mean? I don't know. It's just, I guess it refers to using lots of eggs. Just it's just a flavor that I can only describe as eggy, but it just brings that, and some of the other vanilla custards don't, in my opinion. As you can tell, I love it. I've killed it. I lost the cap the same day I got this bottle, and that's how I know that I love the juice, is when I lose the cap and it doesn't bother me, because I know it's going to be gone. It's going to sit capless on my desk or wherever I'm at until I kill the bottle. I'm glad I finally got this review recorded, because today I'll kill the rest of this bottle and not feel bad about it. So Custardo, it's just good, man. If you like vanilla custards, even if you're satisfied by vanilla custards, I think it's worth a try. You may try it and decide the one you had before is better. Everybody's going to be a little different, but in my opinion, it just brings a little something different to the table. He also has a banana nut bread flavor. Definitely not my thing, but I've got a guy local that dies over it. He just loves it. He kills big bottles of it, and also slapping melons. He describes it as kind of a creamy watermelon flavor. But that Custardo, though, it's just so good. That's just really where my mind goes. So Custardo's definitely number one. Electric Limonado would be my number two. Slapping Melons at 3. And I'm really not into the banana, but that's okay. So that's it, man. That Custardo, man. It's just so good.